So you've been to Sanyan Bay in 2019, and I believe you took about 30 players with you as well, including owners. I've seen Mark Abrian over there. I've seen Pete over there. I've seen Lee over there as well, Lee North. And Sanyan Bay looked absolutely beautiful, the place that you were staying, and I've seen you guys have some lovely drinks. And did you go visit the towns and all that sort of stuff too? What's the tourist attraction like over there?
It's huge because it's the Chinese. They call it the Chinese Hawaii because it's an island, obviously, on the south in the South Seas in China. But it's the city itself is quite large. There's a heap of resorts, so a lot of the Chinese people actually go there to holiday, right? As such, so it's very touristy, very resort, very casual. Some beautiful resorts are there. We were sort of amazed at how many people and the lanes of traffic and that sort of thing, but it's probably nothing compared to mainland China either, So, but we found it pretty good. And once again, they don't have a great grasp of the English language, so probably don't really care, to be honest. There's a billion of them and there's only a couple of million of us, right? So why should they bother? But it was still pretty good. We got by quite well. They love KFC. There's KFC stores everywhere, so if you don't eat Chinese food, go to KFC, right? That's it. It was even in the resorts. They've got KFC stores set up actually in the resorts, so they love it,
It's kind of like the 7-Eleven that you see, kind of that is expanding in Australia.
But we generally found the food really, really good. The price equivalents to Australia, it's not like a cheap holiday like Bali or anything like that, and it's not overly expensive. Seafood's very expensive there because apparently it is considered to be the best place in the world for seafood.
Now, something I found really cool is with CPG is they brought in they had a welcome show, like a banquet sort of thing where they put on their traditional stuff and there was dancing and whatnot. And I even seen a photo of you with about 4 cups drinking from it. What was that?
I didn't know, right? This is the thing. I didn't know what they were doing. Everyone's sort of looking at me and going, "What's going on, guys?" And I didn't know they had all these people behind me, and and all of a sudden there's this teacup thing sitting in front of me. I'm going, what is going on? They go, "Don't look." I'm going, "What is someone's going to throw a bucket of water over me or something?" I had no idea. And all of a sudden they're sitting there going, "Drink, drink." I'm going, "What is this?" And I didn't realise until someone did it across the table, and then they had all these drinks pouring through there. So I did it right.
Was it alcoholic?
Yeah, it was. It was all right. It was nearly like a warm tea sort of thing, but it is alcoholic. But it was. They put me off my poker. I couldn't play very well after that.
You were hungover.
They poisoned me, right? No, but it was really quite surprising. I had no idea what was going on. No idea.
I feel like they really look after the people and the players as they come over there, and you get treated really, really well. And I think APT will grow into that as well. I think we've hosted parties for openings. I think that we've brought along, hey, let's talk about that, celebrities that you've brought into the game, because we've had the Hashrams here. How did that come about?
That come about with with some nice help from one Dennis Huntley, his name is. You've heard of Dennis Huntley?
I have, yes.
Okay, he went all right one year in the Aussie Millions too.
Yes.
Final table, I think he came 9th, I think. Dennis, is that correct? But so Dennis.
Let us know in the comments,
Dennis really helped us out there, which was good. And we got the introduction with Joe, and then it also helped because at the same time we had Michael Mizraki coming from the States as well.
That was fantastic.
So that gave us a really good opportunity to have a heads-up battle between the WSOP World Champion and Michael had won 5 bracelets. So series of great matches, with best of 3. First match went one hand, all in with Jax versus Ace King, I think.
And then I think we had Daniel win the event.
Daniel won the event. He played.
So was it the grind that he won?
It was the grind.
The grind, yeah. So by the end of it, we had Tony, we had Daniel, and we had Joe. Yeah, all sitting there for a picture perfect moment.
Yeah, and I took all of them into the city on the Saturday night in my little car. Because they wanted to go out and party and all that sort of thing on the Saturday night, and they couldn't get in there. So I've had the world champion in my little Toyota Corolla. But really nice guy, Joe. He is really good. It must be very hard to be in that sort of spotlight all the time and be nice to everyone, sort of thing. Daniel, really nice kid. Tony's a bit of a rat bag. Hey, Tony. But no, he's a great guy too. So he's all, he's such a great poker advocate, Tony Hasham. He really is. He's just everything he does is for poker.
I sat down and had lunch with Tony and got to actually meet the man himself, and I find him the same way. Like, you know what I mean? I think at that time he was expecting a new baby. It's been a couple of years now, so that baby's probably a toddler. So all the best to the family, Tony. Now we've had other celebrities as well. We've had the big Tony G come along as well, and I think we snagged him from the Aussie Millions because how did it work? I think you and I found him on a forum.
Yeah. We started stirring him up there.
We did,
and he actually bit. And wow,
he actually got on a plane and flew to Brisbane.
Yeah.
So
he's more in. We're sort of lucky in the sense. I think he's more interested in going to the races. So he actually had a mate or something racing that weekend. So we only had him for a little bit, but it was something at least anyway.
At least he made an appearance.
But he was good. We've had Michael Mizraki a couple of times now, and he loves it. He wants to come for January, but clearly can't unless he knows a different way to get here from Miami. I don't know. Maybe there is a different way. But Michael sort of expressed, but it's good. Like even the series in February, we had pros like Joey Weissman and Sam Grafton turn up, just unannounced, rocked up, wanted to play some poker, at the end of the Aussie Millions, which is great. And they're great guys, and they're humble, and they just want to play poker, and it doesn't matter if they've won millions and millions and millions in tournaments.
We had a player of the series for the World Series as well that I believe Gigi Fab interviewed, Robert Campbell. So he came through as well.
He did.
And there's been so many names. Not only has there been poker players, there's been Australian world boxing champions. Jeff Horn was that the very last one.
He was, and that was funny because I knew that previously we tried to negotiate with Jeff to come to one of our events, and I think he was a bit busy with maybe training or boxing was on his mind and that sort of thing. But the last event, he just rocked up,
didn't he?
And then he had to go and do a gig or something somewhere else, and he flew back the next day and wanted to play again in the high roller. So we're going to be doing something.
And he was fantastic too. He didn't mind mingling with the players or taking photos and all that sort of stuff. So the star power I think that APT pulls is above and beyond anything I've seen in Queensland. There's one other person that I have seen that probably I've forgotten to mention, and that was the Aussie Millions champion Stuart Scott.
Yes,
I've seen Stuart Scott
here as well. A blow in as well.
Yeah,
it's just awesome to see these people who want to come back. I mean, sure, it's not a $10,000 buy-in event; they're not going to win $1 million, but they just love the game so much. But the thing I found, they're also approachable. They are humble and they're appreciative, and they just want to meet new people and play the game of poker, and that's just great.
All of these people to the outside world, we meet them through media, and then when you meet them in person, it's kind of a bit of a moment. Then you talk to them, and they're just the regular guy. And I think that's what's so good about poker. You can be anywhere. You can come from any. You can be high class, you can be low class, but you can be an equal at the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly right. You can't go and play the game of golf with Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
It'll never happen, but you can have a game of poker with Phil Ivey.
You could.
Right? Yeah. If you've got $10,000, you can sit next to the World Series player. So that's the great level, and I think that's a great attraction of poker, is that it's open to everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing that we try and do with APT. We want to have a game for everyone. Right? We don't want to exclude. People can't afford a lot of the bigger buy-ins, and that's fine. That's what casinos are doing. That's what they need to run for their business model and that sort of thing. But we can sort of fit in that low end as well, and we welcome everyone.